Hello, Teaquilters. Today is it's Saturday, August 31st, 2024. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for live 2-hour sew and chat. So thank you all so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you guys, and we're going to give people a chance to get into the chat since I just came live. While I'm doing that, I will pull up the chat. Let's see. We got Darcy in here saying, hi T and all quilters, give T her thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. It kicked me out. It just kicked me out, just rude. I'm using my real phone. I keep forgetting to take it off. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go to settings and change my filter for all messages. And also check out the Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Remember when you're joining that page that you have 4 questions that you need to ask. And even still, if you are not in any other quilt group, I will be probably denying your request because I have been having spammers now starting to answer the 4 questions. But I know how they kind of write, so I know whether I'm going to approve it or not. So just be, if I disapprove you, send me an email to tea@teaquilts.com, and then I will approve you from there also, because then I have your email address. Melody Kiefer's here, Brenda Foley, Nikki B, June Hansen, Linda Denton, and Dee Branson, Brenda Perkins, Ray Mahone. Where were you today? We was looking for you today. Carissa Renninger, Maddie Barnum, Rhonda Barlow, Quilt Gals here. Says her thumbs up is done. So thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. If you haven't already, please go hit the thumbs up button while we're welcoming everyone into the chat. All right, here we go. Sue GSD. We have hit the 298 days until the best retreat ever. And yeah, now time's going to start flying, right? When it gets in the 200s. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Sue, for our countdown. I don't know why Sue doesn't have her moderation thing. I don't understand. What happened to your moderation? So you got it back now, Sue. I don't know what was up with that. Carla Ford is here. Hey, Carla. I got your quilt quilted and trimmed, but I haven't, it'll probably, since Monday is a holiday, I think it'll be Tuesday before I mail your quilt to you, but I will be getting it in the mail. And I haven't done the paperwork or taken a photo or anything like that, or video or anything like that. But I do have it quilted. I have it trimmed. So I have been working over here. Anita Scott's here. Let's see. Thinking of quilting, how many quilts did I quilt this week? I think I did 4. And then I'm trying to think, did I have an issue with my machine? Well, no, I didn't. I quilted 4 quilts since Monday. And then I was busy. I did my hair on Thursday. And then I washed my hair on Thursday. And then I had family in town for Friday and Saturday today. So I just left my sister's house. I told her I had to come and go live. And everything, I had my daughter kind of do the cleanup because I was holding Jersey. So I was helping. We had a fish fry and we had chicken for people that don't eat seafood. But we had Jack and what else? Fresh catfish, one of our, and bluegill. One of my great niece husband likes to fish, and we didn't know that. And he brought over like 15 pieces of fish. He cleaned them, he beheaded them, cleaned them, and then taught us how to get blood out of it. So that was all interesting. So yeah, so it was pretty cool today. Let's see. Anita Scott's here. I think I said her name. Sandy Agger is here. Thank you, ma'am, for hitting that thumbs up button. Dolores Phelps is here. T. Roberts. Kevin the Quilter. Well, well, well. If it ain't my good friend, the Mistress T of the Scrap Quiltings. Hey, Kevin. Brenda Perkins is here. Thank you as well. Sheila Willis. Ray says, and my wife didn't get along with that fish. I told y'all we had chicken, so he said some people are allergic. We had one person that was there allergic to fish, but we cooked things in separate pots as well. We had more than fish too. We had a garden salad. Trying to go down the row of these pans. Green beans, had corn, had lasagna, and macaroni. And then we also had catfish fillets, catfish nuggets, bluegill, I guess, because it all kind of looks the same. And then also jack salmon fish. And then we had French fries. So we had quite a few, and then all kinds of desserts. And then we also celebrated Joyce's birthday today. So yeah, as a family. She already had her birthday, but we celebrated as a family. Mary is here saying good evening. Lizette Zayas. Evening, everyone. Can't wait for the retreat. Remo JS is here reminding people to show your love and support. So thank you, ma'am. Michelle the Quilter is here. Along with Betsy. And Betsy, your quilts are going on next, I think. I don't know how many I'm going to do, but your quilts are going next. What I did was that's what I did on Wednesday. I didn't do a whole lot of quilting on Wednesday. That's how come I only got Carla's quilt quilted on Wednesday, was because I take like a whole day. I had one roll of batting that was at the end. It did 2 quilts that I did Monday. I did 2 quilts, I think. Tuesday it must have been Tuesday then that I did batting. So on Tuesday, I pulled out a new roll of batting. And when I pull out a new roll of batting, it's so huge. And I don't want to be messing with that big bulky thing. So I never just cut one. So I always will cut 5 to 10 quilt backings at one time. And I think I cut all the backings I needed for Betsy's and then also Carla's quilt at that time. And so I cut I think 5 and then 2 because Carla, she uses 2 bats. So I cut 7 bats and then I put it up, and it's a manageable size roll at that point when I cut battings for 7 quilts. And then I'm going to do maybe a little video of what I do with that kind of stuff. Because who wants to be dealing with a big old roll of batting all the time? And I can't put my batting underneath and pull it up because number 1, I use different battings for different people sometimes. And then number 2 is I have stuff stored under my long arm. So I'd rather store all the different cabinets that hold fabric for me than to put rolls of batting, only one roll of batting under there, because it can only put one at a time. So yeah, that's what I do. Dorothy Battle is here. Welcome, welcome. Says her rent is paid. Thank you. Trying to make sure I get everybody. Say, catfish. A lot of people don't like catfish, but I like it. I like it better than I do like a whiting, because whiting to me just seems like it's very, very dry. Whereas catfish to me has a little bit more flavor to it than whiting. Elaine Doucette's here. Sue says, I grew up with jack salmon, loved it. Yeah, that's what we grew up with as kids, because like I told you, it was really jack salmon and buffalo. So I learned to eat buffalo because jack was just okay. It was not my favorite, but I would eat it. But as I got older and they started letting me experiment with getting the bones out, I mean, I've got choked a time or two, but I learned how to pull those bones out of that catfish. My brother-in-law, who's no longer with us on earth, but he taught me how to eat buffalo fish. And I love buffalo too. So yeah, but jack salmon, and I didn't even eat any of that today because it's just not my, It's okay. It's just not my favorite fish because it's more on the drier side. But I will eat it. Vivian Calvi is here. Holly Duvall. And who else? Guess who? Nancy. Trying to make sure I get everyone. Ken's World of Crafting. In nursing home rehab. Thanks, T, for your program. Oh my gosh, Ken. Hopefully everything goes well for you. And oh, you like crappie. Okay. All right, so I don't know. You know, I haven't been in here since Wednesday when I was in here with you guys. I just came in here and picked up all the quilts and the fabric, and I got it all folded over there. I haven't, you know, I told you all that I was going to be busy when I got out of here. So that's what I've been doing. What did I do with the other 20 pieces 20 half square triangles? Did I not pull those out? Here it is. I have so many bags. I was working with the last half square triangles that I need to make for the blocks. Not this one, but that one. We still got stacking wax showing. I'll put this right here. I'm waiting on my niece to come back. I left my keys at her and her mom's house. So, yeah. She's going to drop them off for me. So I don't know if she's come yet or if my husband is still waiting. I don't think she's come yet, but that's what we're currently working with. So I had like one fabric. I'm short like one. Did I find? Oh, I found both fabrics in my stash. And then I told you all I was short different numbers for each one, which makes me think that I've chain pieced those pieces somewhere. Well, maybe not, because I had the exact number of background pieces that I need. I don't know how when I was cutting that I just miscounted, you know, the number of cut pieces that I had. So it was just all in miscounting. So we're going to start with that. Put this remote over here. I did make some changes on my mic, so you may be needing to make some changes to your volume. I have been fooling with this mic for a while. I think I have finally figured it out because it doesn't sound like I have a mic when I go and look at myself on television, but now it should sound like I'm using a mic. So if it's not, let me know. People are praying for Ken. You all are so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Carissa says, I'll eat any fish but monkfish or carp. Okay. And I can't remember if I ate carp or not. I wouldn't make it, but if I'm out, I can't remember if I've had it out or not. Because I do try different fish when I'm out too, just to see if I like it. I wanted to order, I think I've ordered grouper fish out. I went to like a restaurant where you're going to pay like $50 per plate, something like that. And to me, that grouper was good, but I know other people have told me not to eat grouper everywhere, but I have had grouper there that was really good. So, Sue saying that we're still on there, talking to Kevin, saying that they're still on the prayer list. And Joyce Baker is here. Says I made it to 2 in a row. Yay! Zella McKenzie's here from West Michigan. Deborah Holloway is here. Delia Short is here. Jerry's going to help Gigi learn how to count. No, she's going to help you with your colors. That's what she was doing. You sound crystal clear to me. Thank you, thank you. And then people are saying sound is good. So good, good. I'm hoping that this mic is working. Every time I do lives and then I make some kind of adjustment, I go. This time I sat down and watched YouTube videos and I made changes in like 3 different areas. So I'm hoping that that worked. I did like a little test, but I wasn't live. I just like recorded myself on the internal microphone and I could hear the mic then. So I'm hoping that it works because I was hearing myself more without a mic than with the mic. So it was kind of strange because every time I watch my own video on a Roku or Google TV, then I would have to increase my volume just for my videos where everybody else's videos were crystal clear. And I'm like, there's other YouTubers that have the same mic system that I have because I invested a lot of money into this mic because I kept destroying the mics that were $50 or less. So yeah, this mic was $200 something. So it's like, I need to figure out how to work these settings so that it works. And the settings that I had to use made absolutely no sense to me, but it seemed like it worked when I put it into my test. So I'm always having mic issues and I'm not trying to buy anything cheap that can't just, I mean, all I do is put it on, use it here. I don't beat them up. And then I put them back soon as the live ends. So I don't understand why the cheap mics aren't working. And I had like maybe 5 or 6 sets of the cheap mic. And I go, you know what? By the time I've done 5 or 6 sets of the cheap mics, I could have bought me a good mic system. So that's what I did. I don't use any of that other stuff anymore. Sue says, I'm having a corsage pen crisis. I know I have a box around here somewhere and I have a quilt to load. Oh my God. Girl, you better keep them things in a little bowl from Harbor Freight, the metal tool bowl. I don't ever put my pens up. So, Minnie is here. Minnie Dula, welcome, welcome. Grouper is awesome, no bones. Yes, I love it. And then they always I feel like I get an entire side of grouper and then I have enough that I can bring it home and heat it in my air fryer and it's even good the next day. So I love when I can go out and that's one of the reasons why I don't mind spending like $25, $50 for a plate of food at a high-end restaurant where I know the food's going to be good. Because I mostly always have some kind of leftovers that I can eat the next day too. So it's like 2 meals in one. So thank you, thank you. People saying the sound is good. So awesome, awesome. Rhonda O is here. Hello, hello. And Kevin telling Susie to sit down. Now you need to be careful with your hair because girl, I found out pins can be in your hair, okay? Hi, Crystal. I mean, C-Rex. I'm sorry, C-Rex. She says, glad you made it tonight, T. Yes. It was like, I don't know, like 6:20 or something. And I realized it was 6:20. And so I said, okay, I need to start cleaning up because I didn't want my sister to be stuck with we did everything outside because we were doing a fish fry. And who wants to fry fish in their house for, 50 people in your house? So we did all the frying. We did everything outside. We put all the other food into pans with sternums under them for heat. And then we fish fried outside. So we just had to get everything then back into the house. So I had my daughter, because I was holding Jersey. So I said, girl, you go do my stuff. So that saved me so I didn't have to go up and down steps too. C. Joy Creations is here. Sharon Lewis is here. Driving home from a Delaware quilt shop hop. Girl, just having fun at the quilt stores. Claudette Hall's here as well. And I think that's it. So this is some of the machine embroidery that I just never got a chance to put up. Let's see. I am going to be making half square triangles. I'm making these. Well, let's go down here. It's a little bit clear. I'm making these units here so that I can make the last 5 blocks. So I have 3 sets over here. I had sewed these half square triangles last Saturday, and then while I was off, I got them all pressed and sewed into rows. So I have 3 sets done, and then what I had to do was cut the missing pieces. So I didn't sew these because I didn't want to sew them if I couldn't use them. So I had to do some ripping because I had, for some reason, I had 1/2 square triangle that didn't match anything that was already sewed. So that was weird. And I did not oil the Bernina today. I just slid right in here when it was time to start. All I had time to do was get myself into this room and get this live chat going, you know. I brought me a plate home because I didn't really eat a lot. When I was eating, I realized that my sister we were both cooking outside. And so I realized that she was gone, but she had left chicken frying. So what did I have to do? I had to get up and start figuring all of that out. So I was cooking so that it wouldn't burn. But then I'm one of those people that I like my food to be hot. So I didn't really enjoy it because I was too busy cooking. So I ended up putting that plate in the trash can and just said I'll just take me a plate home. So I did eat some. I'm not starving, but I at least got me some more food. So I actually got to meet a great niece and a great nephew that I had not met before. I had my nephew, he lives out of town, and my brother brought over, I don't know if this was my brother's first time seeing him or maybe not seeing him in years, I don't know. But he brought them over, introduced them to us, and so then we got their contact information because they both live here. And so now they say they'll start coming to family events. So today was a great day. And then I got to meet another nephew's girlfriend. So got to meet some new people. I met a whole lot of people yesterday, talked to. But I was busy working a lot the whole time. But I at least got to meet some newbies into the family that's been family, but I was not aware of them. I'm sure my brother knew his grandkids, but when you have split relationships where you're no longer together, you know, sometimes you don't get to see those children grow up. And so these were grandkids, you know, living in a whole nother area. So Linda Gray is here. Hi, Linda. Welcome to the chat. So let me know. I haven't seen anybody post what they're working on. So you got to tell me what you're working on. That would be no fun. I don't know if you can see this stuff here because I'm not sure how much shows. But I took out my Illusions sampler just to start reading some stuff. Took out the Illusion sampler month number 1 block. So I don't know why I'm showing you that, but I'm just saying that I took it out and was looking at that reading. So I don't know. I spent a lot of money on that. I'm like, girl, you need to at least do a block here and there. So I'm taking it out just to read. I know what they're trying to do, but I already don't like how they have you cut so many pieces, sew some pieces, cut so many pieces, sew some pieces. And I'm doing that like 3 times in the first block. And the blocks are large blocks too, so. But yeah. But I at least took it out to look at the first one. Haven't done anything else. Because I haven't had time to do much after that. Just like I had to wash my hair and took my hair down. We have so much humidity here in St. Louis and I'm glad I did not take my hair down today. Yesterday, my hair was just wet. So I had to go back and I just did like a conditioner wash because I didn't want to put another shampoo on my hair to dry it out. So I just at least did a conditioner wash and then just twisted it up. And today I just said, you know what, we're not taking our hair down. It is very humid right now in Missouri. That's what we're known for. Mary says she just made a Villa Rosa quilt, so that's cool. Let me know which one, if you remember the name. Sue says, I was trying to load a quilt. Yeah, you did say that. Okay, so I guess that is what you're doing, quilt related. Kevin's working on giving Miss T a hard time. Way to go, as usual. Laughing out loud. Okay, that's what you got to do. Let's see. Bonita is cleaning a sewing studio, admiring my fabric collections. Right. When you start cleaning up, sorting, and purging, it's like, oh, I forgot about you. That's why it's hard to throw things away, because then you have that epiphany, like, I really like this, and I never used it. What can I do with it? And then you sometimes can go off on a tangent, doing something else. So, whatever. So I don't know. I'm going to just sew these half square triangles for these sets, and then I will work on the other 3 blocks, because we'll see if we have enough time, what we can do with these. Because in the previous videos, these were already sewed and it almost took the entire time, right? So we're not going to be pressing these 40 half square triangles I'm sewing. That's my first 20. Delilah I was ironing fabric most of the day as I'm redoing my sewing area in the basement. Finished blocks and everything got mailed out today, so that's cool. And Linda says she's cleaning off work table so I can start back working on my tree skirt, so that's cool. The design by Juju Snowman tree skirt, yes. Designs by Juju is a machine embroidery company. I have purchased a lot of their stuff at one point. And who else online in machine embroidery do I enjoy? I have some design, embroidery.com. I don't know what the name of it is. I have a lot of their designs. I just don't feel like they're my favorite. Sometimes I felt like they were too dense, and that my fabric would pucker all the time, so I couldn't get a good balance. But my friend loves them, and she has no problem stitching them out. And I've added extra applique and everything else. So, I have to look in my folder. Y'all know I love Anita Good Design. I had signed up for that. Got a lot of those designs. BFC Creations, I think that's the name of it, or it's BFC. They have a lot of great designs online for machine embroidery. It's so many that it's just ridiculous. OESD, of course, is a good one. I try to stick with like well-known designers, because you can get like poor quality designs every now and then, and I don't want that. So I try to stick with designers that I know, and I kind of do the same thing with machine quilting designs. I try to stick with the main designers so I won't have any issues with a design. I got one design that I keep forgetting, and it always comes in with the start point to the right instead of to the left, like the left edge of your quilt when you're quilting. And I keep forgetting it. And sometimes I set up the entire quilt, not realizing, the whole quilt layout, not realizing that I've got it backwards. I mean, it's backwards and it's not connecting the start points because it's going from right to left. So every block that I put in for a repeat, it's going from right to left. And then I go trying to nest and purge, you know, crop the edges and all of this kind of stuff. And that thing just has a blowout. The whole machine will shut down because it's like, girl, what do you want me to do? I can't do it. So yeah, then I look at the screen when I go back in the next time and go, oh, I keep forgetting. This one design keeps coming in backwards for some strange reason. And it shouldn't have been given out that way. Claudette, I made a sewing machine mat today. I have 2 more to go, so that's cool. She's making stuff. Maddie says, T, I'm cutting 2.5-inch squares, 300 of them without the Teaquilt die. Oh my gosh. So I don't know why you're cutting them the hard way. Do you have a 2-inch square, 2.5-inch square die, or a 2.5-inch strip? It's humid here in North Carolina too. That's Benita. Girl, my hair don't stand a chance. It's like any moisture, my hair just sops it all up. It doesn't matter. My hair looks so beautiful. Friday morning, I had so many people stop and tell me how beautiful my hair was. Nobody told me that toward the end of the day, I can tell you that. Because it just looked like one big old sponge. It's crazy hair. Just looked like a sponge. A puffy sponge. Let's see who else is in here. Carla says she finished sewing the 40 blocks from the project Dakota Star I bought in Houston. So good. She's getting some of those projects done. That's cool. And I'm running around here as I'm sorting stuff and I go, oh, I never did this stacking wax. So I'm doing that kinds of crazy stuff, you know. I haven't worked any more on it since Wednesday when I gave you all an update. But I didn't show it to you. I don't know if I got pins in that thing on the design wall or not. And I put the black border on my quilt, and I have picked a fabric that I'm going to use for my D2M. I've picked another fabric that I want to use for I'm going to add another border because my quilt is at 86 inches. I'm like, I may as well add another 5 inches and make this a bed quilt. So on each side. It'll make it 96 inches, and I can put that on my queen bed if I want to. Now, I'm always making a quilt saying that I want to put an African quilt on my bed, and then I get it done, and I go, I am not finna use this and wash this. I need to put this in my quilt lecture. So I'm going to hope that I'm going to use the D2M quilt on my bed. And, you know, when I take it out, I'm just going to have to tell people I'll wash it, and then I'll tell people, you know, you have to excuse this quilt. It's a used quilt. But still show the design, you know, show the how great it looks, you know, with African fabric. But, you know, I'm gonna have to use one of my quilts because it's not a big deal to me which quilt I have on my bed, just long as I have a quilt I made on my bed. But I do want to use an African fabric quilt on my bed as well, but I haven't yet. And it's been years. Carissa's sewing up a red, white, and blue skull quilt. Seems to be taking me forever. She must be doing paper piecing pattern. Linda is talking to somebody else. Darcy's been coloring some quilt labels to sew on the back of 3 different quilts. That's cool. I like when I do stuff like that. I like a little difference every here and there. And who else? Deborah says, I will be working on a log cabin quilt for my baby niece. So cool. I need to see that. The Villa Rosa pattern was pinked, and then she's got East. I don't know, you know, easy. Okay, pinked easy. Okay. So I'll look that up. Nikki says, I'm going shop hopping with my friend tomorrow, headed to Hannibal and other spots on the way. Girl, you're going to be probably, I don't know. It depends on how you go. You might pass by Kevin's domain with, you know, be a few miles from Kevin. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, because tomorrow is September 1st and it starts the Missouri All-State Shop Hop, doesn't it? Yes, that's why she's going. Okay. Okay. Betsy is working on halfway blocks, and I did a Halloween table runner top earlier this afternoon, so that's cool. I got to go back to quilting. I was trying to see which one of my quilts could I put on my long arm so that I could have a quilt finish for myself. I don't have the border on D2M. I have another quilt. I need a, oh, I know what I could quilt. I could quilt the quilt that my friend gave me from my friend that passed away in 2021. I think she passed away, or 2022. I can't remember exactly which year right now. That was the one that I did the sale for. I got a net in here. Every time we bring in some kind of fruit, I feel like I have nets. And I put little traps out, but they must be dry if they're out here harassing me. So, yeah. I hope I got enough of these background pieces, because it looks like I got some extra pieces. So I'm going to have to count. Maybe an extra piece or two. So I have to count and make sure I got 20. Something's not right, because I got 3 extra when I thought they were all counted out. But, you know. Just hope I cut enough pieces. This is the one that I needed a lot of pieces cut. I couldn't believe how short I was. I'm like, I only had like 6 or 7 of them, you know. So I'm going to have to count these to see which set. I thought I had this all figured out. So let's start with this one. This one's A-okay. Whoops, sorry about hitting the mic. I felt like the net was there. 3, 4, the net. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I still can't count. Unless I thought, yeah, see, I got one here that looks like it's a little smaller. I don't know. I'm going to have to pull this out. What I'm going to do is just pin this together here. So I know I need 3 of these. And I don't know if I can find that fabric right away, because I pulled out a whole drawer of light fabric. So we'll deal with this later, because we may not get to this part anyway. Yeah. I got these. I'm going to go ahead and sort these just by block, so I know which one's going where, so I know I don't have any duplicates, because I'm not sure what I have here. I'll only be sewing 3 for right now. Let's see, who else has something they're working on? Patty Johnson is here. Welcome to the chat, Patsy Johnson. Deborah says, but right now what I'm eating is delicious chocolate cake my niece made. Now that's awesome. Linda, Creative Kiwi and Sweet Pea are both great. Yeah, I get Sweet Pea, and it's somebody else that I order from online. I do Sweet Pea. I'm not sure if the wallet was Sweet Pea that I did. I can't remember now. June is talking to Maddie. Vivian is saying good night. Sheila is working on double wedding ring quilt and boho heart and D2M. She's busy. Linda says, I just learned that Anita Good Design is about 2 hours from me in Charlotte. They allow tours. That would be awesome. Now, I would love something like that. Now, see, that's the kind of stuff I didn't know if I go to Charlotte, that's something that you can do, because there's not a whole lot to do in that area from just looking it up on the internet. So, there are so many good embroidery companies to choose and buy from. And Patricia Priest is here saying howdy. Joyce says, I'm working on clamshell piecing. Anita is working on the African corn. I want to do one of those too. Cynthia Washington says, working on a 3-yard quilt. Name of quilt is Amore. Zella says she's making log cabin blocks to put together into a woven ribbon quilt. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully you'll share a picture of it if you think about it in our Facebook group. T is folding and putting away a month or more laundry. You're like me. I let it pile up and because I hate it. I don't hate the washing part. It's the folding and putting up part. And I can even fold. It's the putting up. It gets on my nerves. And I hang up most of my clothes. Hi, Katie Greenland Quilter. Welcome, welcome. Nope, not paper piecing, but there was only 5 fabrics in the roll, so I had to give up control and just go with it. So that's good. You know, not that you had to give up control, but that it's not paper piece, because it can take a lot longer paper piecing. I'm making all roads boundless botanicals quilt cutting blocks for this. So that's cool. I don't know what that is, but I got some botanical boundless fabric, so that will be interesting to see what you're doing with it. Kevin, talking about pick Kevin up for the shop hop, please. Yeah, right. What else? I'm trying to read things that are not people talking to each other. Remo's reminding people to stop lurking. Thumbs up, show your love and support for the most awesome queen and educator, and always honest with her followers. Ask questions, she will be honest with you. Yeah, you can ask if you are new into the chat or somebody that's watching and don't have anybody that you can ask quilt related questions to. You can come in here. The only time I don't take off topic questions is when I'm teaching a particular topic. But any other night, you can ask off-topic questions, and if I know the answer, I'll let you know. And if I don't, I'm honest enough to say I don't know. I will never steer you somewhere and just give you some information that I don't know. And then also, anything in quilting can be done 1 of 10 different ways, too. It's so many ways to make a half-square triangle, for example. So there is no one true right answer, but I can help you get to where you want to be. Patricia's working on her Arkansas Crossroads quilt, 56 pieces in 8-inch block. Have fun, girl. Sound like a bunny hunter pattern. I'd rather do laundry any day than do freaking dishes. That's Katie. Oh my God. Remo says, I'm going to have to clean my mess. I have all my dressed and pressed and ready to go. 9/1 to 10/1 fasting from buying sewing materials. Yeah, but she had fun this week, I bet. She is too funny. Okay, let me see how many sets I have here, if this is the right bag I pulled out. Because that's the other thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. And this is 4. So I think I have more than what I need. Sets of 4s. Oh, maybe I don't. It's an extra in here that should be in the other bag. So I got 5 sets. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't, none of these are the same. Well, one is, so I did need to lay them out. And I may as well, I can only do 3 at a time. So we'll just put these 2 sets up. And where's my container? It is not sitting flat. I'll temporarily put it up there. Okay, so we'll start making these blocks. And none of these materials are the same. I'm hoping. Nope. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I don't know. Well, I do know why I'm yawning. I'm tired. It's been a long couple of days. I was serving food for my sister, set up everything, so she didn't go to the funeral on Friday. She set up everything, and then so I got there so that I could help her serve. So I was on my feet for, say, 3 hours, maybe longer. And then while they broke down all the food after we'd had it, you know, for a couple hours, you know, later, I served all the desserts. So yeah, I was tired. I had stood for over 3 hours. Like I said, serving at least 150 people. I lost count. We had standing room only, so if you moved, you lost your seat. I forgot all about it. I got to do both sides. I was about to put a square on each one. I feel like this net is just having a ball. Maybe I need to cut the fan on because I don't have the fan on. But right now I'm not hot, which is weird. So let me cut this fan on, maybe blow some air around and he'll go away. And I've been outside and I probably smell like fish, which I can't wait to get into a bath. So that's probably not helping me either. And then I'm going to go ahead and pin the middle intersections where I've got these seams pressed open on the half square triangle so that they meet up and nest. So I have good connecting points, hopefully. So I also need to cut my iron on. I don't think I did. But, you know, it'll probably be a little bit before we iron. Let's see. I have ignored my original sewing room for a while, trying to clear out and sort pitch. Yikes. Yep, that's me right now, trying to get the mess under control. I'm just going to put this over here so I can just temporarily put that there. Put that there. These 2 up here. And we need to pin these to the side. Ouch, just stuck my finger. Like, I do want it. Louis Alford says, working on 2-inch square block, finished at 8.5 block. So that's cool. That's a lot of little pieces too. Check out AccuQuilt I purchased from your link. I saw some activity on Wednesday. I saw some stuff had happened earlier in the week. I can't remember what day, but I haven't gone back to check again. All right, that's that one. And I can put the, see, I can put the clams up and down with the white, and then they'll meet in the middle, I think. These are up. Turn it this way. And then this one is right here, and we want to keep them up. So we'll put them upside down from the top. And when I flip it, it'll be the right side. All right. Those two are the same. These two are the same. Got one more set then. Right here. And let's do these so that they go sideways this time instead of straight up and down, just to give them a different look. And we are going to pin my sides, and then when I get all of this pinned, then I'll go ahead and cut my iron on. It'll take the first little cold start, it'll take a little minute to get started. And I'm looking forward, trying to figure out if I'm going to use my deck or if I'm going to put up a design board or something to lay this out. At least I can lay out half the quilt maybe, so that I can mark at least half. Because we're going to be starting to put these blocks together soon at the rate we're going. So that's good. Put you here, flip you around so we can keep them together. And then I will cut my yarn on. Can't forget that part. Hi, Monty Pep saying her rent's paid. Thank you, thank you. Judy Smith says, hi, TNL, late here, but have been cutting fabric, so that's cool. Leela Dicker is here. Hey, Leela. What are you doing? I'm surprised you home, girl. You are one of the busiest people I know. You are so busy. Your calendar be full, girl. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's check it for water. It's like 3/4 full. I'll go ahead and fill it. It'll be my luck. It'll just steam out of here if I don't anyway. And if it do, I had added a little anyway. So right there is full. Put this on. I'm touching the mic because I got my head down. Cut that on. Close this. Put this over there. All right. So let's go ahead and take off these two just so I can keep my sets together when it's time to pair them with the other blocks that I'm about to sew. See, it's over there steaming now for some crazy reason. I'm gonna cut it off, cut the steam off while it's heating up. All right. And putting the side strips onto these 3 blocks. can't believe I'm still missing 3 pieces. And I think I just rough cut them. I didn't even go take the time to pull out my die cutter. I just laid it on top of one of my pieces and cut. It's like, I don't have time for that. Oh my goodness, I put 2 pins on this. I'm like, what was I thinking? One on each side of the seam allowance. Like, girl, that should be a really good point. All right. Going to sew this one. Iron is heated up. Okay, let's go ahead and press this side. Leela says, I'm heavily starching fabric with Stay Flow starch for cutting and exploding hearts quilts. So awesome. That'll be cool. Helena says, hi T and Quilters, in Florida for my daughter's wedding. Wow, congratulations to her. The lucky couple. Okay, so the other side. Okay. There. And let's cut this one off because I need to press it. Wow, the wedding's tomorrow. A Sunday wedding. Hi, Leetta Bryant. Dorothy is working on a twisted log cabin, so that's cool. I don't know if I've done twisted log cabin or something that was like twisted something and it could have been like Borgello. Sue found some pins under the long arm. Gotta love a magnet on a stick. That's too funny. Oh my goodness. Iris Sale Lady, hey. And she says, good evening, Miss T and all in chat. Just finished piecing a quilt kit that finished 96 by 96. That's what I want to do to my D2M. It says, in the pile of other to long arm this fall when it's cooler. So cool. I would like to get at least one of my quilt tops done. I should do the quilt that my friend gave me or the quilt that I got from Leetta, that Diana piece. Because I want to try out that new batting that I purchased in Houston. I need to know, it's been almost a year and I haven't used the batting, so I need to know if it's a good batting or not. So I need to do that. So now we have this one here. It's my last one for the other side. And then I can press and pin my other units. All right, so let's cut this first one. Carolyn Bowser, where you been? She says, hi, tea and quilters. Zella says, my daughter spent a week with me to celebrate my 85th birthday. Now, that's awesome, Zella. 85th. My mom turned 85 this year, too. So, good year, 1939. I still feel like the nets in here. You know how you have something, I haven't seen it, but in my mind, I'm feeling it. That is what's going on. All right, so this one has these. So I will press these and pin these together. Shelly says, those blocks are beautiful. Thank you, Shelly Sews. Just came in. Welcome to the chat. Carolyn says, I watch all the time just on YouTube. Most of the time I miss the chat. Always enjoy your chat. So thank you, thank you. When I haven't seen names and they all of a sudden pop up in the chat, it's like, where you been? Like I haven't seen Dee Dee Hansen in a long time. I hope everything is fine with her, but I haven't heard from her in a long time. Patsy says, finished Wensleydale will hand quilt it when the weather is cooler. So that's awesome, girl. That's a mission, honey. I ain't even trying to embark on. You are a strong character, got strong character. I am going to long arm quilt it with an overall pattern. I thought about custom quilting it, but with me having, it'll look good in the solid parts, but then in the African prints, it'll just disappear. So I've decided I'm not doing that. T, stop talking about that nap. One just buzzed my glass of wine. Who is that, Janice? Girl, I got to share him. He is a bothersome one. Hi, the Quilting Compound. Welcome to the chat. Let me know your name. Is it Jamie? Dorsey is reminding you to check it real quick. See if you've hit that thumbs up button for us, please. We would really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Dorsey. Sheila Deere is here saying hello from Temecula, California. Welcome, welcome. Okay. I need the one that looked like this. Got to match up the background fabrics. All right. All right, now this is the one where I've got these little clamshell units, and I want to make sure that they are facing into the quilt, so I have to make sure that they're on the right way so that they're both meeting each other. So, because I don't want them to be upside down. Well, one will be upside down, but they'll be facing each other inside the quilt instead of facing each other outside. Going outside. Let's see. I will be doing some sorting tomorrow if the weather permits. Because I've been doing sorting in the house, but I now need to, like, you know, pull stuff out and like do a major sort. Like, I've been just grouping stuff, but I haven't been able to sort the group. So yeah, so I need to like pull stuff out so that I can look at it. So that's what I want to do next. I have been getting some of it done. But I've also been quilting too. Oops, I forgot all about matching my corner down there. Hopefully it automatically matched itself. Let's see. Because I sure forgot. Yeah. Thank goodness for press the right way seam, right? Because I sure forgot. It just, you know, lodged this little stuff where it was supposed to be. Thank goodness. Because sometimes when I'm sewing, I forget some steps when I'm sewing and chatting. Sheila says, just returning from a new projects day in San Marcos, California, where I picked up a dime 9 1/2 by 14 monster hoop for a cool 1507 OM to the G. Now that's a steal, Sheila. Sue Allen is here saying hello to you quilters. Hello, Sue. Welcome, welcome to the chat. And yeah. Kevin talking about I will come over and help you, Miss T, and I will be sure to wear some cargo shorts for his roomie. No, you and your roomie. Just stay on where y'all at this point. Y'all a hot mess together. She's telling him how to steal my African fabric stash. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one needs the last ones here for this set. I still got 2 more blocks I need to make. And I'm going to have to go, you know, dip over there. I put some stuff in front of the drawer, so I'm going to have to move it. I need to get 3 more pieces so that I can finish off the other set of 20. Because it is 9:08, so I do try to read chat as well as talk. Mary says she's going to have to say goodnight. We've been on the go all day. Take care. See you soon. Good night, Mary. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we need to pin this last set on. Doesn't matter if it's top or bottom. The direction on here is already taken care of. Okay. And last set here. Well, for right now. It's still 2 more sets. And, you know, they would have been done had I had all my other pieces, but I don't. So, we only can do what we can do. So now we're sewing. I got That one's already been sewed on one side. Okay, that's good. Oops, gotta take this back out. Just trying to make my seam allowance go the opposite direction. One stitch too many. All right, so for people that are doing retreat for 2025, today is your day. You're supposed to have your payments in for the month of August, last day of the month. Let me know what your current situation is if you haven't paid. I think I'll try to get out tomorrow because I told y'all I'm going to start taking Sundays off. But I will try to send what in the world? It's caught in there, but that's the skimpiest seam allowance I ever seen in my whole entire life. We're going to go in and create something a little bit bigger here. I may lose my point right here, but that's okay. I want to make sure this stays. So I'm going to go out about 1/8 of an inch and restitch this part. And then come back in at the end so my block matches up in the corners. Yeah, got to have a plan. I don't know what happened there, but I don't want to rip out the whole seam. I'm ready to be done with this. I am so over it. This is like, when I finish these, I'll have 28. Yeah, 28 blocks. So I still need 2 more. So I'm really tired of these. All right. Just go ahead and take these off because both of those need to be pressed. Matching up this seam allowance. I got pressed in opposite direction, but I didn't pin. Right there is great. Making sure I look at these seam allowance. Everything else is fine. I don't know why that one was like that, but it was. But we, did a little quick fix. That's one. Like, I don't want my quilt to, shred apart. It's not going to get used anyway for a while. Okay. All right. 2 more seams for these blocks, and then, oh my gosh, I gotta find fabric again. I think I have it, I hope. I remember cutting what I thought I needed and didn't have a problem unless I dropped some pieces somewhere, which I don't see them, but they could be on the back of something else. That's one. Yeah, because even if I don't finish this on the live, we're going to finish this. My screensaver just popped on. Good night, June. Betty Ward says, what is the size of the blocks and how many are you making? This is a 4-purchase pattern. I will not tell you any of the sizes, but I am making 30 of them. So I will not tell you any of the sizes. It's Row Cotton Bowl by Bonnie Hunter. It's in a book that you are more than welcome to go to her site. I'm sure she'll assist you with that. I've got quite a few of her books, so I can't tell you which book it's in. Well, I don't have quite a few, maybe 2 or 3. She's got a lot of books out, so. All right, so we're gonna press these 2, and then I will look for fabric. Instead of work for fabric, I will look for fabric. I don't like giving out the cut sizes and measurements of stuff for a purchase pattern because I don't want the designer coming back saying, you know, you gave out the instructions to my pattern, so I don't want to do that. When I first started, I cut all of my pieces except for the border pieces. I didn't cut those, but I had cut all of my other pieces. So I had all of these pieces in bags, and it took me a little while to get them all cut too, but that's what I did. So here's updated block number 1 for tonight. And here is number 2. Now, it uses the same blue fabric in the large half square triangle in the one that's here, but it's got different green, different fabric here, and different background here. So my constant fabric is this fabric here. That is what is making my strap quilt cohesive. So I decided you could make that scrappy as well, like each block could have had a different fabric, but I decided she put in her pattern for you to have like 1.5 yards or something, I don't know. Whatever the magic number was. And I had just enough of this fabric to do that. So that's why I did it. Uh-oh. This is sewed on backwards. And that's the one with the clams that I thought I was sewing one upside down and the other one the other way. But it is not. So as you sew, so shall you rip, okay? So, yeah, let's do that. Because that's not going to work. I got to start it, and then we'll see if I can slide it down since I have a crease. But it's hard to do when you have a lot of tiny half square triangles to slide the ripper down. We'll try. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see if I can get past these. The problem is the intersections because of all the half square triangles. It's going a little bit. I sure hope this is the one that I double stitched. Let me see. No, it's the one that's stitched right. Thank goodness. I was like, please don't let it be the one I double stitched. And you don't want to rip your fabric, you know, like what it's trying to do now. So I bet it's just hard to do when you have a lot of half square triangles in the seam. I just have a difficult time running my ripper down. And see, it's still it's ripping my fabric. I'm not doing it anymore. It's ripping my fabric. It's getting stuck. So I have to come back and put some freight check on this one. It'll close up because it's cotton, but I'm still going to put some freight check on it. Once I sew it, I don't want it wet right now. So I will. Or freight block, I don't really use freight check. Freight check gets hard. Unless they've changed the formula, it used to get hard, so I start using frayed block, which is the same thing. I'm just doing a few stitches at a time. Oh my goodness, turn this thing completely around. Wasn't even paying attention. I knew they were supposed to meet. I thought they were supposed to meet into each other. I thought that's what I did, but apparently I got the clamshells all right side up. Oh, my bad. As you sow, so shall you reap. Almost done. Okay, I'm not going to worry about those little threads too much. Just take out what I can, and we're going to press it so that I can close some of the little rippy things I did. Got a couple of them. That's the beauty of cotton fabric, is if it's just a little small hole, it'll try to close itself, and then I'm going to put some fray block on it anyway. Take out some of these threads. And Lord help me, don't sew the same thing again, child. Don't go and sew the same thing. All right, fun. I'm just glad I noticed it. I would have been mad if I was laying my blocks out and saw it later. So, yeah, I'm just glad it happened now. So, I need 2 pins again. Line up my centers because I pressed the seams open on my half square triangles. Right there. They say it's in the book Spring Fling by Bonnie Hunter. So that's where the pattern roll cotton bowl is. Thank you. Who is that? Remo or Sue? Thank you, Sue. And Kevin. Jamie says it happens. At least you noticed it right away, right? Because, honey, I would have been too mad if I'm laying out. I got these blocks and my other blocks all ready to be laid out. I would have been too mad. I'm mad that I don't have the 3 pieces I need. I'm not like mad, but I'm like, oh my goodness, I just took fabric out to look for fabric. So why? I don't know. I could have sworn I counted the right number, so I'm thinking I must have lost them somewhere. I did not, as I was cutting, I wasn't like putting them in the bags because I know I counted right at that time, but I don't see them here. But I had, like I said, other projects out too. So let's see. I got to move this to, oh, how does that fabric look again that I'm short? This is it right here. It's right on top, I think. Nope. Yeah, it's right on top. See, I had put some interfacing in front of the drawer and a quilt. It's like I just had you. Look what's laying right here on top. They got attached back to the fabric, exactly 3. It's like, I know how to count a little bit. All right. Goodness gracious. Now I can sew those and get my other block off. This was just a scrap of leftover. I just used it so I know what fabric. That's going to be a recycle bag. We getting emptying bags around here. Say, look at God. Emptying bags. Okay. And these, I just laid down one of my half square triangles that was already cut because I didn't want to go get my die cutting machine to cut like 10 half square triangles or so. that I was short, so I'm gonna use my purple as my guide instead of the white. So, like I had been. And last one. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, right? Kevin got the whole song down there. He trying to get me to sing. Uh-oh, my thread just broke. I heard it. I got one more half square triangle. I don't know if I can see it from the bottom. Oh yeah. Okay. And I just want to cut this off so I don't have a knotted tail in case it, you know, wants to go down in my feed dogs. It should not. Okay. It's like it's not sewing. Hold on, child. Let me pull this thread. Okay, let's just cut this and we'll start over because I don't want to keep sewing in the same spot. All right, like a little piece of lint. I cleaned it out like when I changed my bobbin out, but it could not be enough, you know. I took the whole thing apart and cleaned it, so that's why I didn't worry about oiling it. I just got to hold the tail. All right, look at you. All right, the fun part, pressing half square triangles open, the seams open. Y'all, this time I wound 10 bobbins, and I put the date in there that I wound 10 bobbins, so we'll know the next time I wind 10 bobbins. Remember, I'm always coming back going, I don't know when I last wound a bobbin, so we're going to find out this time. And I got a list where I can do it for a couple of times because it's one of those variables that changes. So like doing it one time isn't going to work. Like I've been really doing a lot of sewing the last couple of weeks. So I said, okay, I don't know what my sewing ability is going to keep up with after this, but we're going to put a date in here anyway. We're going to do it for a few months. So maybe till the end of the year, we'll keep track of how many days does 10 bobbins last me on this Bernina with a supersized bobbin. Okay, that's 2 up there. And then we want to take this one and okay, all numbers are adding up, so that's good. And I will go ahead and press these, and then we'll start sewing these into I need 4 rows. Sue says, good plan with the bobbins. Yeah, because I have no idea. I just feel like they last forever. It's like, I don't know when I last wound a bobbin. And this time, I didn't even use R-Feel in a bobbin. I used my my Alexander's KC Masterpiece thread from Superior. I put that in the bottom because they're both 50 weight. One's a 2-ply, the other's a 3-ply, and I can't remember who is who without looking at the spool, which I can in a minute. tell you which is 3, but they're both the same weight, so no matter how many ply it is, it should still be the same thickness. So I did that too instead of pulling out R-fill, because sometimes before I got my Bernina, I was always using R-fill in my bobbins. And then I started that with the Bernina, but I'm like, why am I doing that when they're both just 50 weight? So it shouldn't matter. So I haven't purchased R-fill for a sewing machine in a while. I have purchased it for something else, for specialty piecing. Purchased the 80 weight. So many things you can do with it. It doesn't show as much. Okay, let's put you back there. Let you just got to turn them all the right direction, because that's what they need to be. So they can be sewn together while my machine kind of heats up a little bit. This one. And I also have this one on here that needs to be taken off. And while we're waiting, we'll go ahead and sew some of these. Okay. Darcy says thumbs up if you haven't. Let's see. Next time it's going to be really interesting, because we're going to start sewing these into a quilt top. I am ready. I got all of my other blocks made. I have my setting triangles made. I have my corner triangles made. So it's time for fun. Fun, fun, fun. Can't wait now for next week. That means I got some homework to do of laying blocks out. I think I hear my niece at the door now. She said she was on her way. I'm only like, and that was at 8 o'clock right before I went live. So I don't know what my husband been doing this whole time. I hope he hasn't had to stay up here waiting on her this whole time. We'll put these back. Let them marinate. So she just not came. He didn't hear me. Did you put them in my drawer? Okay, thank you. Huh? She brought back your machine. Okay, and did you give her what I told you? Yes, I did. Okay, thank you. Hi, Teresa Forrester. So she's not getting notifications. Try unsubscribing and then resubscribing and hitting the notification bell again. If you're not getting notified, sometimes you just have to reset it. It stops working after a while. Let's take this off. I still got 3 more half square triangles over here that need to be pressed, but I want to keep my stuff all in a row. So I have them at the same level. And those 3 will be the last ones I sew on. So they can sit there for a minute. Oh, I feel so great to be done with this step. I don't know what to do. Okay. Take all of that off. We're going to press these instead of waiting until I get them all, and then I have a whole line of seams I have to press. It's not, I'm at the end. It's like daunting. I want it over and done with. Oh my goodness. Do them a little bit by little bit. They're not so bad. You're welcome, Teresa. Okay, that's 3 pieces on now, like that. So I am now sewing some more. Got more pieces to go. Alright, I gotta press these last ones I have. Teresa says that is going to be a beautiful quilt. Thank you. I hope so. I really liked, love Jason's and Kevin's, so I'm hoping. They got theirs all pieced. I don't know if Jason ever did his borders. So I know Kevin finished his completely. Because it has a piece border. It might have a straight border. I don't know. It's got a lot of borders. It might have a straight border, piece border, and then another straight border. I can't remember. It's been a little while since I've been stuck at this stage. Okay, so I did not press the seam on this one that I corrected. And I did not show you the last one either that I finished. So let's get this pressed and out the way, because I didn't realize they were still sitting there in that state. So this is the one that I corrected. You saw that one. Everything is correct now. And this is the last one that I never showed you guys. I'll show you this one. All right. Same blue fabric as I said before, but then the green and the light background in here, and this green, this teal also changes. So some of it changed, some of it doesn't. Let's see. Take these off. I got 3 more of this set, and then I go to this next set. One more set, girl. 2 more blocks. We're going to get these done tonight. Just so I can get these off my to-do list. I don't want to look at this again. Smaller inner border, larger piece border. I thought I saw you have a border on the outside too. I thought I saw a border on the outside when you finished. A plain border on the outside. Maybe I'm being goofy. Next set. Uh-oh, my screensaver keeps popping up now. I don't know what's up with that. Sheila says, I'm working on my second Kimberbell Nativity Bench pillow. This one is for me, and it will be a table runner. So cool. So she must have given that other one away. Kimberbell has some pretty embroidery designs too. There's a lot of companies that I've purchased from that designs very good designs. It's just like, girl, I don't need any more. I got so many designs, it's ridiculous. You know how they have, sometimes they have them in different formats. So I be trying to take just my format off. And I have so many on my flash. I bet I probably got 500,000 files of designs, whether they're the same because they're in different formats, or I only try to take off what versions I use, which PES works on Bernina, works on Baby Lock, and it also works on the FOF, I found, even though the book doesn't say that. But I tested it anyway, and the design came up from my flash with PES, even though the book doesn't say it does. Well, and then again, this machine was made in 2008, so, they may not have known then that it would work, but it did. I don't know if my iron had enough time to heat up. I know my water is out. That I know. I've used up all my water already. He said, nope, just a pieced outer border. Okay. Oh, my God. I thought you had an extra border. I'm going to have to go back and look at Quilt Retreat. Darcy, if you want to see his quilt, go back and look at the show and tell live on Saturday night, June, whatever that date is, 28, 29, Saturday night live. We did the retreat. This is the time I've gotten rid of all of my old months. Remember I used to be up here with old calendars up here? Well, I've got August up here now. So when I need an old month, it's not there. Let's see. I hate to do anything on the phone when I'm live because it kicks me all the way out of YouTube. But let me get you a date. It was June 29th. We did a live show and tell, and Kevin's showed his quilt in that, so you can actually see it. June 29, 2024. Because I'm going to go look at it. Make sure. Okay, so we're just piecing. I need some water in here, actually. Whoops. I gotta get some more water. Whoops. I was trying to bring the whole base. I try to do 4 or 6 of these at a time. It just depends. When I'm pressing the seams open, it does take a little longer. We're at 9:46, so I'll probably end at 10 here, but I will continue here tonight and get these last 2 blocks done. And I need to either put up a design board or just lay them out on my deck and call it a day. And just pray the wind don't take them. That's the nice thing about having put them on some kind of base, because they don't fly away. So this is going to be a pretty big quilt. So I don't know if a design board will work because it's only 72 inches. This is pretty big. I have lots of blocks. So I'm going to do this one more. We done did quite a few. More than 6, I think. And we'll let that charge back up. That was 8. It's not flashing, so we're gonna take it. Miss T, you're always welcome to use my design walls. Aren't you sweet, Kevin? Thank you. Kevin, Darcy says she uses her ping pong table as a design board, so that's cool. I wish I had a pool table, but I don't have anywhere to put it. I like playing pool. Got 3 more. Get them all done. And then we got those pieces hanging up there that need to be pressed as well. Those 4 rows. But if I get these half square triangles done on a live, this is the most tedious part. So I'm almost done with the super tedious. So now it only takes me another year to do my piece border. All of these pieces are sewn to something. My goodness. It took forever. Woo. They're hot, hot. We're going to start with this. Those are hot. My goodness. 1, 2. All right. We're getting there. Take all of that off. 1, 2. These need to be pressed. And I'm going to press these first though, because I need to sew these. I think I might get something else to eat and then come back in here after this live and finish. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. I got this all the way over there. That's not how we press, girl. Wasting my heating time. I've been using my garage door with the magnets from Dollar Tree. Now that's a good idea too. I thought I went to Dollar Tree and bought some magnets, but I don't even know what I did with the magnets. Ain't that crazy? And I can't remember if I bought anything else from the store. But I don't know if it's, like I said, this is a big quilt, and I think none of that's going to be big enough. When you're talking about quilt blocks, I'm laying out quilt blocks, not a quilt top. So I'll figure it out. I normally use my deck. I just lay them on my deck, and I'll either use a piece of like a flannel sheet or a tablecloth. Sometimes they're not big enough, but then I can just lay out half of it too, because if I can just do half, that's good. I'm just going to sort my blocks. I want to get this one from over there before I panic on where is my block over here, All right, so now I need to cut all of this. Whoops. This one right here needs to get done next. And, whoops. So it goes with that. This needs to be opened. Oh my goodness. Almost, guys. Almost done with these little half square triangles. Goodness gracious. Thought it would never end. Feel like a celebration. Oops. These two first. And then I need to add one more. Right here. Press these and have everything ready to go. Keep losing my screensaver. I don't know what's up with that. It just started all of a sudden. I also use the side of the house with the display cloth. I use batting or felt. I know the garage door is tall, but I don't know how tall it goes. Because this is a big quilt. Huge. I have to go see. All right, got all of those ready for the final triangle. final triangle. One. Yay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. And we're gonna press all 8 of these, and then I just have the 2 blocks now that need to be done, but we only got 3 minutes. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna press in 3 minutes, and then I'm probably going to get me something to eat, and then I don't know if I'm gonna come back tonight or tomorrow, but I will get these done because it won't take me long to make the other blocks, but I'm gonna eat first. Just because I only kind of ate one I didn't even eat everything on my plate meal today. So I know I don't want to be, when I do go to sleep, I don't want to wake up starving or wake up because I'm hungry. Pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. And last one of this set. I'm going to heat it back up again for the final blocks. And put a clip on these 4. Just to keep them together. Put a clip. Sit them right there. And these are my other 4. Just letting the iron heat up for a minute. Good night, T. Roberts. Make sure I get a good press on here. George says, I always enjoy your Saturday hours. Good night, everyone. Have an awesome Labor Day. Yes. Happy Labor Day to everyone. I forgot because we kind of did ours early. That's what it was today. We, since we had people, you know, from out of town or whatever, we just decided to do it today. And this was the first time we did like a fish fry instead of the traditional barbecue. And it was really nice. It was nice. Last press. 9:59. OM to the G. So we got 3 blocks completely done. And then I've got 40 half square triangles, and then they're sewed into groupings that they need to be sewed into. So I feel good about the progress tonight, considering, and then I had to find my other pieces too. So I just have to bring these back and sew these final 2 block sets, and that's it. And looking forward to that because I want her done. So I will probably come back tonight because knowing me, this is the type of stuff, knowing that I only got 2 more blocks to finish, I'm not going to go to sleep until it's done, okay? I'm going to either get up doing something else, or I'm going to get up and do this. And I can do something else and then go back and lay down and then still get up thinking about them blocks, okay? So I may as well sew these 2 blocks tonight. So I'll do that off camera. And I will see you all Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. For 1 hour live chat. I can't remember. Oh, it's going to be first Wednesday, so I'll be doing birthday shout outs. So if your birthday is in the month of September, send me an email to TEA at teaquilts.com, and I will give you a birthday shout out on my chat, okay? So good night, everyone. Let's see, reading the last comments just to make sure. I was trying to remember if you named Jack and Cat, but what was the third? But what was the third kind? We love fish. Oh, we had Jack, catfish, and some bluegill that was freshly caught. So that's what that was. I didn't realize that my great niece's husband is a fisherman, loves to fish. And he brought over in 15 pieces of different catfish and bluegill. And he was showing us what to do with it. I'm going to go back to my sister's house and get some because she thinks she's slick. I'm going to go get some of that fish because I don't think we cooked it all. So, but it was really good. So we're going to end here. I will see you all Wednesday again. If you have birthday shout outs, send them to me and I will get yours. You can also send them to me for, whatever month your birthday is in. And I will add you to the birthday list. So then when your birthday month comes up, you'll already be on the list. How about that? So I will see you all then. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everyone, and quilt out. Good night.